Namaste, Jai Bharat. Russia, India and China. The Association of Russia, India and China (RIC) is not yesterday's thought. This was conceived some time back and it was in ICU. Rather, is still in ICU in spite of some efforts from the part of Russia to revive it. But if Russia, India, China, and let me first talk about the positive side for us, come together and have strong, trustworthy friendship or alliance, then the next step, BRICS is going to be very strong. And if BRICS is going to be very strong, that can be a corollary to whatever gimmicks Europeans have been doing all these years. Right from North Atlantic Treaty Organization to whatever happens today. And even to the sanctions which people print and publish. Sanctions to that person. There will be a lot of change if the BRICS becomes strong. And if BRICS has to become strong, then this RIC should be a reality. Now, it's not conceived yesterday, and it appears that people are interested in this. Some concerned people are interested in this now. The only hindrance in this thing is that we don't trust China. Not simply you don't trust or don't mistrust someone just like that. Your opinions are formed on the basis of empirical experiences. Experience itself is empirical. Sense object contact experience, as David Hume has said in his treatise, Enquiry Concerning Human Understanding. Of course, another book, Treatise on Human Nature, that came to my mouth first. The trusts are formed experientially, not they are not a posteriori. A priori, you can only visualize and anticipate, but your attitude is normally a posteriori, after experience. So our experience with China, just throughout, apart from the people of China, yes, the people of China had been very close to us. They have realized what Bharat is. The writers, the thinkers, those who had come to live and lived in Bharat, had relations with Bharat, they knew. The writers and scholars in China who had been visiting, going, and of course our scholars used to go the Shanghai Shaolin Temple, Bodhivarman from the southern part of India, Tamil Nadu to be precise. All these things are there. But a communist China, after when China becomes communist, the whole thing changes. Trustworthiness does not exist. Because I would say, because China was never transparent to us. When Jawaharlal Nehru was Prime Minister of India, that time not Bharat, only India, which means something, trusted China. They said Indo-Chini, Bhai, and the third day China attacks. I need not to say more. Such things happen. And unnecessarily skirmishes in the border, they start claiming Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh is the place from where Bhagavan Sri Krishna got married. And China says it's theirs. Tomorrow they will say Bhagavan Buddha is theirs. They may be Buddhists. That's why I said Bhagavan Buddha's name. They are Buddhists. Tomorrow they will want to say Bhagavan Buddha is theirs. They say Tibet is theirs. They have nothing to do with Tibet. Really, they have nothing to do with Tibet. And they would claim Bhagavan Buddha is theirs. Possibly. We don't claim Nepal is ours. See, an example I am giving. Nepal is a sovereign nation. We don't claim. But Nepal is culturally a part of us. Nepal is like Angabanga Deshas in Bharat. But that is in our history. That's in our culture. That's in our tradition. We don't go into claiming that Nepal shall be a part of Bharat. That will be stupidity. Same with Bhutan. That will be stupidity. We don't. We can claim Tibet. We can claim Tibet. Milarepa, the great one of the known Tibetan Lama, was so interconnected with Bharat through dharma, of course. But we don't claim that that's our land. We don't claim Nepal should be a part of Bharat. Why should we? They exist happily. Let them. The kind of warmth and friendship between Nepalese and people of Bharat you will see when you visit Nepal. We speak similar language. We go pray. They give their temples. My wife had gone, not with me, with few of her friends too, all comfortably traveling, going off praying at Pashupatinath, going to Varahamurthy temple. She with few of friends, three I think, four. They travel themselves. Old friends there. You don't find you're in a different place, Nepal. You don't feel. You can even give Indian money and they will do all those things there. It's just one among us, but yet we wouldn't want them to be part of our Bharat. We recognize their sovereignty, respect their sovereignty, everything. We don't need passport and visa to go here and there. They can come here and work. We can go there. But they exist as a sovereign nation. But that is our attitude. We don't want to capture any of your areas to us. So China has this problem. China will go to Nepal and try to impose. It's all because China is communism and wrong communism. Communism itself has gone fundamentally wrong. But if that difference is somehow solved, the Russians are also communists once upon. They are the first communists in the world. The so-called Bolshevik revolutions. Undoubtedly Lenin was a great mind. Workaholic a person. Nationalist, he worked for his nation, he worked for the people. He deserves huge respect. They were communists, but they don't have this disease. They were transparent people. Great friends, the best friends that we have. Two nations, Israel and Russia. These are the two best friends, trustworthy friends we have, with whom we have historic relations. Consistently historic relations and friendship. But if this Chinese difficulty can be overcome through the mediation of Russia, of course there is no other way through. It should not be a makeshift temporary arrangement. It should be permanent understanding of transparency, trustworthiness. Then Russia, India, China coming together is not a miracle. It's just a spontaneous kind of evolution. It shall be, if this communist element of selfishness is eliminated. And once these three nations are together, then naturally BRICS can become stronger and shall be a strong opposition to anything that is imposed from the West. We don't want to impose. We simply want to say ourselves and remain what we are. Mind your own business, we shall mind our own business, shall be or ought to be the principle here. So, if this happens, I don't know. I have no hope. I'm telling you frankly, Russia, India, China relations. I have no hope. But if it can happen, then that should change many things in the geopolitics of the world. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.